More than 160 people reportedly died in several days of unrest in Kazakhstan, and almost 8,000 people have been arrested after riots in Central Asia's largest country. The energy-rich country, which has a meager 19 million population, has been rocked by a week of turmoil, with several foreigners detained over the unrest. Internet service too has returned to Kazakhstan's largest city following a 5-day blackout. Almaty, the country's former capital, has been offline since January 5th amid a wave of fierce commotion. Let's take a look at why there are riots in Kazakhstan and why are Russian troops there. Kazakhstan is a vast nation situated in Central Asia and borders China and Russia. Made of mountains and arid steppe land, it has only 19 million people. The country gained independence in 1991 post the collapse of the Soviet Union. Kazakhstan has some of the most extensive oil resources in the world. Reports say Kazakhstan produces about 1.6 million barrels of oil a day and has drawn billions of dollars in foreign investment. However, the wealth has not trickled down to the inhabitants, who have an average income of fewer than £2,500 a year. For close to 3 decades, Kazakhstan was ruled by President Nursultan Nazarbayev, a former Communist Party Politburo member with solid links to Russian President Vladimir Putin. Statues of the former president were erected and he built a new capital, Astana, which was later renamed Nur Sultan in his recognition. In 2019, Nazarbayev stepped down, making way for current president Kassym-Jomart Tokayev. Public protests in Kazakhstan are forbidden without government's permission, and previous protests and marches have been dealt with severely. What has happened in Kazakhstan? Protests started on January 2nd in the town of Zhanaozen, an oil epicenter and the site of deadly conflicts between demonstrators and police just over 10 years ago. Rallies then spread across the rest of the country. The security forces say they killed rioters in former capital Almaty while restoring order. Police say demonstrators tried to take control of police stations in the city. President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev on Friday said that 20,000 bandits had attacked Almaty and that he ordered security forces to fire without warning. Thousands have reportedly been injured nationwide and more than 8,000 people have been arrested. Curfews too have been announced and mass assemblages have been banned. Why did the riots start? The demonstration started when the government lifted its price cap on liquefied petroleum gas. Many Kazakhs converted their vehicles to use LPG because it was cheaper than other available fuels. However, the government said the price cap led to LPG deficiencies and could no longer afford to expand supplies. The government's move to remove the cap practically doubled the price. The rioters also appear to have other resentments. Some chimed the name of Nazarbayev and tried to graze down a bronze statue of him. After stepping down as president, Nazarbayev took over as head of Kazakhstan's Security Council, maintaining a strong position in the government. According to observers, Nazarbayev also seemed to be readying his daughter, Dariga, as a future leader. To appease the protesters, Nazarbayev has been removed from his post. How is Russia getting involved? At the request of Kazakh president, Russia has sent its paratroopers to aid stabilize the country. They have been sent under the Collective Security Treaty Organization, that is the CSTO. This is a group of countries comprising of Russia, Kazakhstan, Belarus, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan and Armenia, set up after the collapse of the Soviet Union. The CSTO, chaired by Armenia, has blamed the trouble in Almaty on an invasion of bandit formations trained abroad. It is thought 2,500 soldiers have been sent to Kazakhstan from other CSTO states, but mainly from Russia. The CSTO says the troops are a peacekeeping force that will shield state and military facilities such as gas pipelines, Russian military bases, and the Russian space station at Baikonur. So what happens next? Kazakhstan's government is making compromises. Apart from putting off the removal of its price cap on LPG and ordering vehicle fuel prices to be regulated for 6 months, several ministers have also been sacked. President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev admitted that the government had failed to carry out one of its main tasks, that is, keeping inflation in check. However, protests may continue in Zhanaozen even if security forces crushed protests in Almaty, as the former has a history of anti-government demonstrations. Meanwhile, the United States has questioned whether CSTO troops were lawfully invited into the country. The White House has said it would keep a close watch on human rights violations and any uncalled for actions that could lead to the seizure of Kazakh institutions.
If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel.